Hey everybody, we're in session 4 of a 5-session series in which we're wrestling with some of the big questions people have about faith, about God, and about the Bible. In our last session, we asked the question, can I be a Christian and believe in evolution and science? If you missed it, I want you to go back and check it out. But today, I want to talk to you about something that's universal to all Christians. But for some reason, we've been led to believe it's just plain wrong. And that thing is this: doubt. Our question for today is this: is it wrong to doubt God? Hey gang, we all have doubts. Let me say that again. We all have doubts. Some of you doubt if God is always good. We doubt, does God really care about me? We go through seasons doubting that God even exists. Some people doubt God because intellectually they wonder if God exists at all. While others of us, we have our doubts due to something maybe more emotional. Something has happened to us in our lives that makes us believe, makes belief in God just difficult. If there's one thing that is universal amongst all Christians, it's that we all have doubts from time to time. In fact, get this, the Bible is filled with doubters. The most famous doubter, of course, is Doubting Thomas, but, Thomas kind of gets a bum rap, in my opinion, because in the Bible, it's not just Thomas who doubted. Think about it. All those great characters did. Adam and Eve, they doubted God, and they ate from that tree. Abraham and Sarah, later in life, they doubted that God would ever give them a child. Moses doubted that the people would ever listen to him. King David doubted God's faithfulness. All the disciples, they ran away in doubt, not just Thomas. The Bible is full of doubters, and God never gives up on any of those doubters. If there's one thing clear in the Bible, it's this: for God, doubters are welcome here. Now, if you want to see real doubt in action, I want to invite you to check out the Psalms. The Psalms are filled with prayers that again and again express questions and doubt. They express anger towards God. These particular Psalms that express these emotions are called laments. Over 1/3 of the Psalms in the book of Psalms are lament Psalms. For example, Psalm 88 reads this: Lord, you are the God who saves me. Day and night I cry out to you, but you have put me in the lowest pit, in the darkest depths. Your wrath lies heavily on me. You have overwhelmed me. You have taken from me my closest friends and have made me repulsive to them. I am confined and cannot escape. My eyes are dim with grief. Why, Lord, why do you reject me and hide your face from me? From my youth I have suffered. Your wrath has swept over me. Is it wrong to doubt God? Absolutely not. In fact, here's what I'd say. Doubt is actually one of the greatest signs of an active and engaged faith. Yes, you heard me say that. Doubt shows that you care enough about your faith to question it. Doubt pushes us to learn more, to seek deeper truth. It leads us to grow in our understanding of who God is and to own our own faith. In fact, we usually think the opposite of doubt is certainty. That the 100% absence of doubt is the goal of faith. I'd go so far as to say that certainty, especially blind certainty, is actually toxic to faith. Blind faith creates a faith that's simply about a faith on autopilot, or it's simply a legalistic adherence to rules and doctrine, which was the very thing Jesus opposed again and again. Is it wrong to have doubts? Absolutely not. Being a Christian means you follow in a long line of doubters whom God loved. There isn't a question you could ask that would make God nervous. In fact, God has always approached doubters in the same way, with arms wide open. So here are a couple questions for you. What doubts do you wrestle with most in your life? And secondly, who can you go to with your questions who will take you and your questions seriously? Gang, thanks so much for joining us today. Join us for our final session when we wonder, our last question is this: how can I follow a God who would let Christians do such bad things?